Mandy wants to know how and why I collect so much and how I got into it. So, my passion and love for music started at a very, very small and young age. I was probably 4 or 5 years old. My father would take me out to many country concerts around our area out in California. I grew up being around music and listening to music. And by the time I was 8, 9 years old, they started purchasing me CDs and stuff like that. By age 10 to 12 is when I really started like developing my own taste of music, where I got into like heavy metal and like hard rock. Green Jello, the Serial Killer soundtrack, was my first CD I ever purchased with my own money. By the time I turned 17 years old, I applied for a job at a music store. It was Coconuts Music and Movies. I'd like to say it was a local store, but they were corporately owned. But I got hired, immediately fell in love with the job, and I worked for that company. They're also owned by the same company that owns FYE, Transworld Entertainment. I worked for that company for 20 years, and that helped grow my collection because we get promotional CDs to play in the store from the home office. Record company reps used to come into stores and give us boxes of promotional CDs to preview and listen to, and I would be able to take a lot of those home for myself to keep. And that kind of like started blowing up my collection. And about up to about 5 years ago, my collection was somewhere between 4 and 5,000 CDs total. I don't have an exact count, but I do have old pictures. I'll try to drop one below of what my collection looked like 10 years ago. But 5 years ago, I purchased a collection from a local radio DJ, and it was over around 30,000 pieces. And I've spent the last 5 years going through it piece by piece to add to my collection and just really bring my vision to life with the help of my husband. And now we're here, and I get to explore that collection I bought 5 years ago and share it all with you. And I'm looking forward to growing this channel and hopefully doing different kinds of content with it as well. Thanks for the question, and I'll see you next time.